Alright, so I just came across some really sad news that we're going to be getting filler until January 2013. But when you think about it, it's only 8 episodes. It's not really as bad as, we're making it out to be. They did this after the pain arc. I think we got like a month and a half, 2 months of filler episodes. I know it was at least 6, 7, or 8 filler episodes. So hopefully it'll fly by, and hopefully Kishimoto uses these few weeks to get some backstory on the swordsman, and flesh out the fight how us the fans want to see it, since we've seen it in the manga. So yeah, hopefully the fights will be epic and we just don't get side stories like we did today in 285. I mean, it was an okay filler, but I would rather see the fight between Kakashi and the swordsman, because Kakashi is supposed to be pissed off. He's supposed to be going ape shit right now, because you remember in the manga and in the previous episodes he said that he's more upset than he's ever been, and he's just about to go crazy, and we have yet to see it. But I'm thinking we'll see it within the next few weeks. But what I want to talk about is the preview to 286. Now, I wasn't too thrilled at first because it looked like at first just a flashback of part 1, because the Raikage is asking Tsunade, why does she have so much faith in Naruto? I'm guessing it's right after the Raikage decided to let Naruto and B go, and the Raikage and Tsunade are still standing there, and he decides to ask her that. And he said, well, what is it? Is it because he defeated Pain? And then she was like, no, it's before that. And we saw the part 1 Naruto, pre-time skip, and I was like, oh gosh, another flashback of part 1. That I love part 1. Some argue that it's better than Shippuden. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I like them both. It's kind of hard to say which one is better. But I'm just like, enough with the flashbacks of part 1, But then at the end, I saw something that interested me. It looks like Dan is dead and Tsunade is crying, and it looks like I couldn't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she had blood on her hands, or it might have been rain because it was raining and she was crying. But she says there's some things that you can never get back, and hopefully it's a little bit more of her backstory, because we really don't know too much about Dan and their relationship. And correct me if I'm wrong again, but I don't think we've seen. We heard how Dan died, but we haven't seen it. So hopefully 286 will show that, because we see the flashback. And I remember somewhere in the manga, I can't remember exactly where it is. Sorry guys, but was it Tsunade? It was someone who mentioned Dan by being this awesome ninja. Like what did he do? The only thing that I can think of that made him famous is that his girlfriend has some big ass titties. But yeah, hopefully 286 will explain, further into what Dan did and how he died, and the relationship between Tsunade and Dan. Because spoilers, if you don't read the manga, don't listen to this part or skip through it or whatever. But when we see Dan kiss Tsunade, that part, made me curious about how strong their relationship was, because I'm pretty sure that moment was supposed to be heart touching, but it's not really heart touching because we don't really know anything about their relationship, So I'm thinking Kishimoto is doing this the next episode, and possibly 287, about the backstory between Tsunade and Dan, so when we do get to that point, the part where Dan kisses Tsunade on the forehead, it will be more, emotionally, heart tugging. And hopefully that's what this filler is, because, like, spoilers again, if you read the manga, you know that the Edo Tensei characters were called back without really any purpose. I'm hoping that Sakura gets to talk to Chio in one of the fillers. I really hope Kimimaro gets to talk to Jugo, because, I mean, Jugo is just pretty much living his life with Kimimaro right now. And I just hope the filler episodes, we have a fucking 2-month filler marathon pretty much. So I hope Kishimoto can at least make it relevant to the later events that's going to happen in the manga that we already know about. Because honestly, in the manga, I think it's kind of pointless for half of the characters to be brought back, because Chio didn't really do anything, Kimimaro didn't do anything, and I see Kishimoto, is tried to give them a little bit of spotlight in the past episodes with Kimimaro killing the nameless shinobi and whatnot. But I think he really needs some closure with Jugo. Hopefully, in some of the fillers, some of the Edo Tensei characters will, speak or get some type of closure with the living remaining shinobi. Yeah, 286 looks like it's going to be about, Tsunade just reminiscing, like at the beginning, partly about Naruto, and then she goes on to this speech about you can never get back some things, and then I'm guessing we're going to get a flashback of Dan and Tsunade, and hopefully the episode after that we get like how they met and how they were brought up and how they ended up liking each other and whatnot. That would be real interesting because we know little to nothing about their relationship. But tell me what you guys think. What do you want to see in 286? Are you upset about the fillers? I think I'm not upset. I was originally, but then I thought about it. It could be, it could really flesh out the events in the manga later on, because a lot of people are complaining in the manga right now. People were brought back for no reason. Some shinobi didn't die. It's not really like a war. And maybe these 2 months of filler could, not, I'm not gonna say correct all that, but give some insight of why Chio was brought back, why Kimimaro was brought back, why some of the other characters were brought back. I'm just guessing that's why Kishimoto did this, to flesh out the future events better, because I'm pretty sure he sees all the criticism that the manga has been getting. So maybe this is just his way of correcting it. But yeah, who knows? But this has been JB the Chiha. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Every like really helps, guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm out.
This video is part of the Way movement, a career path in video sponsored by TGN. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.